Listen up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all. It's your buddy Big John and G, the Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Hey, good to see you, everybody. It's another episode of Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, so thank you all for coming here and joining me, spending a little of your time here to see what it is I have to say about a particular game. Now, this particular series, everything I talk about in this series are games I enjoy. So it's not really a review. I'm just giving you some reasons. You know, putting together a little list, quick, hopefully, and fast, to let you know why I've enjoyed the game that I'm talking about. Now here, today, we have a game that came to me as a gift from one of my sisters. And I've had a chance to play it. I've had a chance to do a couple of videos on it. And now I think it's time. It's time. I'm really digging the game. It's a fun escape. So let me tell you all about Monster Crunch. I'll see you down the table. Tabletop Takeout Tuesday is sure feeling a lot like an 80s Saturday morning. And that's really due to the game that I'm talking about today. Something that I had absolutely no idea existed until one of my sisters gave it to me. because she knows, like all of them, that I love gaming, that this is my thing. But what I'd really like to know, first of all, before I get into this, is I'd really like to know Monster Crunch, General Mills Monster Cereal board game? Who? Why? Who? I mean, who would have thought to make a board game out of General Mills Monster Cereal line? Count Chocula, Frankenberry, Booberry, Fruit Brute, and Yummy Mummy. So, I mean, right there, I gotta give it a fun factor right there. I mean, come on, it's fun, sugary cereal that they turned into a game. Now, I've eaten a lot of cereal in my life, but I've never eaten that, as far as I remember, any of the Monster cereals. I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to get Fruit Brute because I love werewolves, but then it was discontinued, and I never got it. But what an amazingly silly concept for a game. Now, there's something else that I think is funny. I think it's funny because it's just wrong. It's just wrong. You win the game by eating the most cereal. Gluttony? You're not supposed to eat that much sugary cereal. And this game awards you with winning if you do so. I mean, let's face it, it's not a good message for kids. And this is really geared for kids, and I guess people like me, older people, are nostalgic for things from the 60s and the 70s, 80s that got discontinued, like Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute. You know, just these things from our childhood, right? That's what they're gearing up on. But they're also, like the cereal brands themselves, they're geared right to kids. So I think it's a little wrong, and I want you to know that. I think it's a little wrong glorifying the gluttony of sugary cereal consumption. But that's part of the reason why I thought this game was fun and silly. And that made me laugh. And that's a good thing. When a game, especially when it's supposed to, right? When it's a lighthearted game, and it can make you laugh, I have to admit right there, that means that, first of all, the game did the first thing it was supposed to do. It definitely did entertain you, right? Now, This is a very simple game. It's really just a game of mathematical increments as you're playing the cards into your bowl. And they have to be in numerical order. And you have to get rid of your hand by doing so. And you'll not really just get rid of your hand, but you use your hand to accumulate points. So the most points wins because you've eaten the most cereal. But at the same time, for younger kids, although the message of eating as much cereal as you can is no bueno, mi amigo, it is a good game as far as helping children understand numbers and how they work, how they grow, how they advance, how they work together. It's a simple system for that, I have to admit. But don't eat as much cereal as you can. Now they added something into this game that was definitely obviously needed. It's a needed factor. It wasn't something that they just threw in to throw in. But the use of doubling up your cards to spend more cards, gaining more points, eating more cereal to win the game. And that's the addition of milk. With milk, you can combine your cards. I thought that was fun. I thought that was a good idea. That helps with the strategy a little bit, especially since you only get one milk. And the only way you get more milks, I like this, is if you pass your turn, you don't do anything. Well, if you're Frankenberry and you have no milks at the end of the turn, you'll get one. But it's this milk usage with the cereal that's really going to be the determining factor whether you win or lose the game. It's how you manage your milk, how you control your milk. When I say control, I mean control its influx. You have to keep it coming in, while at the same time you can't give up too many of your turns because you're losing out points. See, there is a tricky balance, which is why this isn't really, I think, for super little kids, that are just learning numbers, although this is a good game, as I said, to learn numbers on. It mixes things up with the strategy, I think, and using that actually is what makes the game better. It really is, because like I said, the balance between am I going to lose a turn or am I going to get more milk and double up in these cards later, it is a bit of a guessing game because you don't know what the other players are doing. Also, I like artistically the way the game looks. There's no real board. You have your player boards, and they're literally a bowl of cereal. Now, the numeric cards are, they're okay. I think they went a little lazy with them, just being the generic picture of the monster cereal with a number on it and the corresponding color to the player. A little easy on that. But the player boards as bowls of cereal, beautiful touch. It really is. Beautiful touch. Genius thinking. This is a fun game. It's a fun, fast filler game. And like I said, it's good for kids. It's also good if you're someone like me and you just have a fondness of remembering this. And it makes you think of things like Saturday mornings with a big bowl of cereal sitting down in front of that TV watching all those cartoons. Wow! That's what it does. It brings that back to me. Easy rules, not overcomplicated. Simple. Yeah, easy to play. So check out Monster Crunch if you get a chance. It's a joke. It's fun, but it's supposed to be. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G. Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, and my friends, I am out of here.